Hello guys, welcome to this channel, and today I'm going to teach you how to start a session in Cubase if it's your first time of using Cubase. But before we dive into the video, if you like this channel, kindly like and subscribe to our channel so that you can get more on music production tips and tutorials. So I've already opened a session in Cubase, and I'm going to teach you how to start a new session in Cubase. And so we have two ways you can do that. The first one is to come to this session right here. That is after you've double clicked on your Cubase icon, you would see this window up here, and then what you have to do is you just come to this part where it says project folder, and then you name your project. Let's say I want to name it new video, and then you are going to choose the default location of your folder, or where you prefer to have your file saved. And so I have mine saved in the default location, that is found in documents. But there is another option for you to select prompt for project location in order for you to choose where you want to save your file. And then I'm just going to click create empty, and it's going to create a new session file. So this is how Cubase looks like. This is the interface of Cubase. Right on the right here, you have your browser where you have access to your virtual instrument and also your effects or your plugins. You have access to loops, presets, and all that, user presets, your files where you have your sample packs saved, or your third-party sample pack saved. You have access to all that and your favorite. And also you see the control room. I have disabled mine for now, and you see the meter. You get to see your levels from this part. And also when you come down here, you see what we call the transport panel. You have where you can record, play, and do everything you want to do, set your tempo and everything. And right here you see your metronome. If you want to activate your metronome in Cubase, you just have to press C on your keyboard, as you can see down here, and it's going to do that. And here you see your inspector where the details of your tracks are going to show. And also you have an option, this channel option in the arrangement view can only be seen in Cubase 13. I don't know about 12, but if you have Cubase 13, you can see that, and your inspector, details of your tracks. And here is where you find or see your track. So let's see how we can create a track in Cubase. So we can do that by clicking the plus sign here, and we are going to select audio, or if we want to create an instrument track, we are going to click instrument track. But for now, let's start with audio. So we are going to click on audio track, and for now, let's go with the basic settings. Audio input, I'm going to keep it on stereo. Configuration, I'm going to keep it on stereo. Audio output, stereo out. And I'm going to name my track. So I'm going to call my track a track, but you can name it any way you want to name it. Maybe you are going to put a piano in there. You can name it piano or whatever. And here you have count, which means the number of tracks you want to create. So let's say we want to create just one track, and we are going to click on add track, and we have our track right here. We have our track right here. And so this is how you create a track in Cubase as a beginner. Now another way you can also do that is to click on T on your keyboard, and you have the option to create a track. Just hit T on your keyboard and you're going to see it appear right here, and you are just going to follow the same procedure, name your track and do all that. And now let's see how we can also create an instrument track in Cubase. We are still gonna hit our T on our keyboard and we are going to select the option of an instrument track. And right here I have a couple of VST instruments, and so let's say I want to use my Roland Juno 60 or inputs. This MIDI inputs, you get to select the kind of MIDI inputs you want to use. I think my MIDI keyboard is off, but then I have my MoDX right here, so you have the option to select which one you want, but I always keep it on all MIDI inputs, and I name my track piano, or let's make it pad, because I normally use this particular instrument plugin for pads. So we click on add and we have our instrument track opened. So this is how you create a track, or you create audio tracks, instrument tracks in Cubase. Another thing I also want to teach you is the file menu here, where you have the option to create a new project, just like I did. It's going to take you back to the previous window we came from to create the project, and then you can create another project. And also you have the option of a new library, open library, to save, and there is a key shortcut on how you can save audio in Cubase. That's Control S, and here you have save as a save new version. You have import. We are going to dive into that later, and the option to export backup project, save project as template, where you can save your project as a template. I'm going to teach you how to create templates in Cubase. And also you have the option to quit. So if you want to quit your session, you just click Ctrl Q and it's going to end your session. And right here we come to the edit menu. We have do and undo, redo. If you want to undo anything, you can just click Ctrl Z and it's going to do that. And redo, you can click Ctrl Shift Z. You can have that history. You get to have history of whatever you have been doing in Cubase. Cut. If you want to cut any audio, it's Ctrl X. Copy, just like how we copy any file. Ctrl C, paste for Ctrl V, delete, backspace, or you can use the delete button on your keyboard. You can customize that, and then you have functions. It's not needed right now. Render. All these functions, we will dive into them later. If you want to quantize any audio, just click on Q and it's going to do just that. And so these are the basic tools, editing tools that you would need to explore in Cubase. And we come to the project menu here, and we have add track, where you can also add track right from your project menu. You add audio track and also colorize tracks. You have different options over here. And we come to the audio session, MIDI session, transport session, what you want to see and what you don't want to see in your transport bar. And here we have the opportunity to see our connections, where we can do our routings in Cubase also. And a very good way you can also get to see your mixer is to come to the studio menu and click on Mix Console, and you have the chance to see your mixer. Or another way you can do that is to click on F3 on your keyboard, and you can toggle between your mixer view and your arrangement view also. And then you have your workspace window, kind of these things, you get to know them later on. And just as we created our track, there is something I want to show you. And so when we come to our track here, we have a couple of things I want us to look at. So you have the option to mute, or on your keyboard, just M. When you click on the track or you select the track, just click on M to mute, and you can click on the same thing to unmute, or you can click on S to solo or to unsolo it. And then right here, if you forget to name your track, you can just double click and name your track. And here you have the record icon, you have monitoring, you have the chance to edit your channel. We are going to look at that later on. And one very cool feature about Cubase 13 is that you can, convert your mono audio into stereo, or convert your stereo audio into mono. And this can only be seen in Cubase 13. It's a very cool feature. Like, there are several ways to convert stereo to mono or mono to stereo in Cubase, but in Cubase 13 it is very easier for you to do that, and I really love that feature. And then automation, if you want to do automation, read automation, write automation, and all that. And then you have your ruler. Here is your arrangement view. Here is where you're going to spend most of your time editing, cutting, pasting, and all that. Grid lines, these are called grid lines. These lines you see are called grid lines. And here, when you come to the top menu here, you have mute, solo, write automation, read automation, and also you have these tools right at the top menu here, where range selection, draw. You have the chance to draw any pattern you want to draw, something like this. And erase, split for cutting, glue, mute, where you can mute your audio, zoom, comp, time warp, and so on and so forth. I'm going to teach you all that later on. And also grid. Here you select how you want your arrangement view to look like. I'm just going to keep it on grid. And if you want your session to stick to the grid, you can turn this on. But if you don't want that, you want to be free to move audio. You want to be free to move audio without having it snap to the grid. Here it's snapping to the grid. All right. So I don't want it to snap to the grid. So I can freely move that anywhere I want to do that. And it's a cool thing to do. Here you can adapt to zoom, or the default setting is on bar, where if you try to move your audio, it's gonna move only in bars. Okay, it's gonna snap to the grid only in bars, but I prefer to use adapt to zoom. So that means when I zoom in my session here, depending on the number of zoom grid lines I get, I can snap my audio to that particular grid. And then you have quantize by just clicking Q, and you can quantize your audio. We have different types of quantization here that you can use and all that. And here you can switch off your channel view in the arrangement section, or you can bring it back. When I do that, you can see. And also your inspector, you can turn off your inspector right here. And the edit view, especially when you try to edit a file, you can turn it off here, and also turn off your browser with this on your right. Yes, so guys, this is something basic, simple, how to just navigate your way around Cubase, just how to explore the basic features in Cubase. And so if it's your first time of using Cubase, just go through everything and have a fair understanding. You can also go back from the beginning of this video and understand the various tools and things that I demonstrated or talked about in Cubase, and you get to understand what I mean. So in our next video, we are going to learn how to import audio into Cubase. I hope you like this video. If you like this video, kindly like, share, and subscribe to this channel. See you in the next video.